Hi, welcome back to another weekly garden update. So, not a whole lot good going on. If we look over here, my moringa trees, which is those 4 buckets, are continuing to grow. They're doing green stuff. The tomatoes, which is this bucket here, the one behind it, that one, and then these 2 in back, are basically not doing anything useful. They don't seem to like the heat, and I think I've got some disease pressure there. So we're just watering those and letting them do their thing. In this bed over here at the front, I've got okra growing. If we look in here, there's still no fruit on them yet, or seed pods, but they're getting bigger. They seem to be happy with the heat and weather. Down here on the eggplant, I'm getting, you can see in there, a flower growing, but no fruit at the moment. And then in back with the bell peppers, they're honestly not doing that well. We've got a lot of bug pressure, so there has been fruit growing, but getting bitten by pests, so kind of getting that out of the way. Over on this bed, my attempt at planting bush beans, you can see some of them over there, they basically all just died. And then over here, we've got sweet potatoes. And if you look close, there's actually one that's visible above the ground. The problem is, over there in that big pile of brush and debris, I've got at least 4 rabbits, probably a lot more than that. And they seem to like eating sweet potato greens. So they've been doing a huge amount of damage over here to my sweet potatoes. And the chard is still small, and I still need to cut it off and dehydrate a bunch. This bed is tomatoes and eggplant. The eggplant are not doing as well because they're not getting as much light, I think, over here. And the tomatoes are all mostly dead. There is some positive growth, so I'm hoping that this fall they might recover, but not optimistic. Let's go over here. I don't know if you can see it, but that corner way back there on the end bed is more tomatoes that aren't doing well. Over here is the only things that are producing. This whole bed plus the end of that bed are all peppers. And I harvested a bunch of my wife harvested a bunch of these to make hot sauce. And you can still see they are putting on flowers like crazy. All those little white flowers. That one's turning red. So peppers seem to be the only thing that's really producing right about now. Which basically means I'm making a lot of hot sauce. A lot of hot sauce. And it is spicy. But that's a different video. Let's continue through. Now, we got briefly rained on yesterday. But other than that, we've got no rain out here. So, I picked up these on Facebook Marketplace. Basically, those are 4 IBC totes. They're 275 gallons each. And my plan is to hook those up to the downspouts. Actually, probably that downspout here and one on the other side to capture rainwater. And then I'll be able to water my garden regardless of the water restrictions. Oh, and let's take a quick look over here. The moringa tree needs a good soaking. And that tree is 2 years old at this point, so I don't have particularly high hopes for it. But that's pretty much it for the garden this week. As I said before, if you aren't already gardening, you probably should get to wear a cool hat. And I gotta go figure out why the chickens are making so much noise back over there. Excuse me. There's one of the bunnies I mentioned earlier.